Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're breaking down a controversial police encounter involving a routine parking situation that quickly escalated into a debate over authority, rights, and mental health assumptions. This incident took place in the spring of 2022 in Scottsdale, Arizona. Independent delivery driver Ethan Cole, accompanied by his dog Ranger, parked briefly in a non-marked area of a private shopping plaza outside a barbecue restaurant. According to Ethan, he was inside for less than 3 minutes picking up a takeout order. His vehicle was not blocking traffic, emergency lanes, or accessible spaces. When Ethan returned to his SUV, he was approached by a Phoenix Police Department K-9 officer, identified here as Officer Daniel Reeves. The officer had already taken Ethan's registration and ID and began questioning him about the parking situation. Ethan calmly asked whether he was required to answer additional questions. Officer Reeves responded that he did not have to answer, but added that he could stand there all day if needed. The tone shifted quickly. What started as a minor parking inquiry began turning into a prolonged detention. Under the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, individuals are protected against unreasonable searches and seizures. Courts have repeatedly held that while officers may ask questions, citizens are not required to answer unrelated inquiries. A stop cannot be extended simply because someone refuses to engage in conversation. Despite this, the officer appeared irritated by Ethan's refusal to engage beyond what was legally required. The officer claimed Ethan seemed angry and asked if something was wrong with him. Ethan remained composed and repeatedly asked whether he was free to leave. At one point, the officer told him he was being detained because the vehicle was not parked in a proper space. But the plaza was privately owned, and there were no posted municipal parking enforcement signs applicable to that specific location. The vehicle was not in a fire lane, disabled space, or obstructing traffic. Rather than issuing a citation immediately, the officer said he would call for a traffic unit to bring a citation book, implying that Ethan's request for a ticket instead of a warning was causing extra work. The stop continued longer than necessary. The interaction took another turn when Officer Reeves began suggesting concern for Ethan's mental well-being, stating that people don't normally act like this. Ethan had not raised his voice, threatened anyone, or behaved erratically. He had simply declined to answer additional questions. Police officers can initiate mental health holds in Arizona under specific statutes, but only when there is probable cause that a person poses a danger to themselves or others due to a mental disorder. Nothing in this encounter suggested such a threshold was met. After several more exchanges, the officer ultimately returned Ethan's documents and told him he was free to go. Ethan immediately left the scene without further incident. No citation was issued. This encounter raises serious questions about extending a stop beyond its original purpose, questioning someone's mental stability for remaining silent, jurisdictional authority on private property, and professionalism during minor enforcement situations. Ethan later stated that he did not file a complaint because he simply wanted to move on with his day and avoid further escalation. In the end, the entire situation stemmed from a brief parking stop that could have been resolved in seconds with a simple request to move the vehicle. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Was this proper procedure or an unnecessary escalation?